So here in the first question, the clear dimensions are given. Floor to floor height is given. The dimensions of the riser and tread is also given to you. And the landing width is equal to the width of the flight. Live load finishes and the wall thickness is given to you. Then you have to design the staircase. So the geometry of the staircase is already given to you in this case.
So these diagrams you have to draw in the drawing notebook, no?
Yes. I think I have told you one is for counterfort retaining wall, one is for water tank, and one is for floor system.
So
Okay, so
no, we have to make a drawing book, na?
in the drawing
In
sheet you can draw these three sheets which I told. Even this, if you have drawn in drawing sheet, then there is no problem. Staircase
so
also.
which we have to draw?
Yes.
So which we have to draw?
You have to draw counterfort, one water tank, and one floor system.
So only one single diagram from
Yeah,
it.
single. I mean, after the design, the details you have to draw on the sheet. Counterfort ka jo hai section, or I think two drawings are there in that. And water tank maybe one is the plan, one is the section. Correct. And in floor
So no,
system,
so in water tank there is circular and rectangular.
any one rectangular.
Okay.
अप्रोक्सीमेट का जो रेक्टेंगुलर का प्रॉब्लम दिया है उसका एक यू कैन ड्रॉ. ठीक है. So now tell me the for the first problem, what thickness have you decided and what is the reinforcement? Yes, first problem. So based on
So
the
for
thickness, the
flight
reinforcement will
one,
change.
sir, total depth is 200 mm.
Total depth is 200. Okay. And
And then main steel AST is coming out to be 529.156 using 10 mm bars. Spacing is coming out to be 148.42. So I've taken 145.
okay, AST
AST,
required is 529, correct?
yes,
Okay, so you have provided 10 tor at
145.
145. Distribution still?
Distribution still 20. AST minimum is 240 mm
Hmm.
square, and spacing of 8 torque at 205.
8 tor at 2. Okay, so tell me what is the bending moment and shear force?
So bending moment is 32.27 2 kilonewton per meter.
32.27. And shear force, yes, others, what about others? Just give me the values what you have got. So it should be all approximately the same. Okay, even if there is some changes in the depth you have considered, the other values should will be the same only. Others, just give me the values. Okay, Rohit has provided depth 250 and Abdul also provided depth 250. Okay, इतना difference 200 कितना आ रहा था depth? Bending moment, Devansh is getting 69. Yes, dimensions, clear dimensions are given. उसके बाद फिर वॉल थिकनेस कंसिडर करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, उससे भी ज्यादा डिफरेंस तो नहीं होना चाहिए. Yes, Ojas, the
Yes, sir.
bending moment, Devansh is getting 69. इतना difference. 69. Rohit is also getting bending moment 69 and 51. Why so much difference? L effective कितना है? Ojas,
So effective span my is coming out to be 260, 3680 mm.
L effective is
3680 mm.
3.68. How L effective is 3.68? 4.93 तो क्लियर डायमेंशन है, तो उसमें वॉल थिकनेस ऐड करो ना, 230 mm
Yes,
दोनों साइड
yes,
से,
sir.
तो 5.16 हो जाएगा एल इफेक्टिव. 3 पॉइंट कैसे आया एल इफेक्टिव? ये तो विड्थ है ना 2.6, विड्थ ऑफ द स्टेयरकेस, और दूसरा जो है स्पैन है.
Yes, sir.
So you have taken wrong values. Okay, so do the correction, Ojas. But this
Yes,
was a very, I mean, there was no need to do such a mistake in this. Simple problem tha ye. Okay, so I think the others are getting almost the same values. Then the second problem, dogleg staircase we have to design. इसमें सिर्फ रूम साइज दिया है, फ्लोर टू फ्लोर हाइट इज गिवन, use M25, draw the plan showing the. ठीक है, so such type of questions can also be asked where everything you have to decide. ठीक है, first question में मैंने क्या किया, in the question everything was given. ठीक है, you just have to take the data and design, but here you have to do the planning also. So in this question there is a possibility के थोड़ा आंसर सबका वेरी हो, but in the first question there is not much scope that the answer will vary. So here तुमको रूम का साइज दिया है, हाइट दिया है, so now the other details you have to decide, riser, tread, number of steps. Okay, so उसमें थोड़ा सा वेरिएशन हो सकता है. So second problem, what is the depth of the slab and the moment and shear force? Okay, so in the second problem, Devansh has considered 200 mm depth, Rohit has considered 225. Okay, 225. Okay, 200 Ojas has considered. Okay, what was the required depth? 180, 180 था required. ठीक है, 200 will also do, 225 also, no problem. Now give me the values of the bending moment and shear force. Okay, yes, the value which you are getting is the effective depth, correct? So after considering the clear cover and all, the overall depth will increase. So how have you considered 200 Ojas?
Assuming clear effective cover, then my total depth is coming out to be 225 and small d is 200.
Acha, small d you have given the value. Okay, fine. Bending moment 51 and shear force 41. Others also same?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same.
Okay, okay, fine. So now on the basis of that, you can find out the area and provide the necessary steel. So there is no problem in that. So I think all everyone has selected the same dimensions for the geometry of the staircase. What is the riser and tread considered?
So, total number of risers are 20. Then Number of riser in each flight are 10 and
Hmm.
treads 9.
Each flight is 10 and tread is 9. ठीक है, dimensions I was asking. Dimensions R is 160, tread is 300. Riser is 160, tread is 300. Okay, fine. Okay, so I think in this question, they have not mentioned whether it is a residential or commercial building. Okay, so if it is mentioned in the question, so accordingly select the dimensions of the riser and tread. So take care of that. जो रेंज दिया है उसके हिसाब से. Okay, so I think second numerical also everyone is getting the same, almost the same. The third question, a building having floor to floor height as 3.1 meter is to be provided. Okay, the third question is nothing but for open well staircase. So you have to design the open well staircase. Height दिया है, and I think that's it. Draw the plan showing the mid landing. Nothing is given to you. Okay, everything you have to plan in this. So only you have the floor to floor height with you. ठीक है, तो वेल डायमेंशन भी नहीं दिया है, ओपनिंग्स भी नहीं दिया है. So now what is the geometry you have considered?
Riser 150 and tread 250.
Okay, riser is 155, tread is 250. अच्छा, same. Okay, Abdul and Rohit have assumed. Ojas,
So riser 150 and tread 250.
riser is 150 and tread is
250.
250. Okay. So what flight 1, 2 and 3? So flight 1 or flight 3 will be the same, correct? फ्लाइट 1 में कितने नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स है एंड फ्लाइट 2 में कितने हैं?
So 7 steps in flight 1 and
एंड 7 फॉर 1 एंड 3, 3 फॉर फ्लाइट 2. इज दैट करेक्ट? अदर्स
yes sir.
सेम मिल रहा है. ठीक है, तो इसमें 7 और ये, और डायमेंशंस क्या है? ठीक है, डायमेंशंस भी नहीं दिया है ना क्वेश्चन में, रूम साइज भी नहीं दिया है. तो रूम साइज कितना है? हाउ मच यू हैव टेकन? सो गिव मी दिस x and y. I hope you can see my screen open well. रूम साइज बताओ कितना मिल रहा है?
So 2.75 by 2.75.
2.75 by 2.75. Are you sure?
2.75 by 2.98.
2.75 by 2.98. What about others? 1 meter by 1 meter mid landing. No, tell me the room size, na? Okay, you have considered the mid landing as 1 meter. X जैसे यहाँ पे कितना है 3.5 in X, in Y direction 4.5. So tell me that room size. 2.75 by 2.75. इतना कम? Same square. So you have provided a square.
So length of first flight only of stairs without considering mid landing is 1.75, and then I have considered 1 meter uh, landing. The total length is coming out to be 2.75. Then for second flight, mid there will be two mid landings,
Hmm.
each of each of 1 meter,
Okay.
plus plus the length of the stairs 750 mm, plus the thickness of wall 230 by 2 plus 230 by 2. It is coming out to be 2.9.
Okay. So second step में सिर्फ 3 ही ट्रेड है.
Yes,
सेकेंड
sir.
फ्लाइट में. ओके. सो ये लिफ्ट वेल का साइज कितना मिल रहा है? तो ये 750 मिलेगा ना. और ये वाला कितना मिल रहा है?
1.75.
1.75 बाय 750 ठीक है. आई थिंक ये क्वेश्चन वाज मोर सिंपलर, राइट? क्योंकि द फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इज गिवन टू यू टू सिलेक्ट द डायमेंशंस. सो इन दैट केस ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगना चाहिए. अभी व्हेन द रूम डायमेंशंस आर फिक्स्ड तो उसमें प्लानिंग के लिए ज़्यादा टाइम लगता है. ठीक है. अभी ये केस में यू कैन प्रोवाइड इतना, आई मीन 750 इज quite less, right? So you can, floor to floor height is given to you, right? Okay. So what you can do in such cases, so you can actually पहले से एक decide करके रखो dimensions, how much you are going to consider. एक plan करके रखो staircase. So in exams it will not take much time for you. ठीक है. तो इस ये केस में लिफ्ट का साइज बहुत छोटा हो रहा है, राइट? ठीक है. एनी अदर अरेंजमेंट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस? आई मीन 2.75 बाय 2.75 सबको यही मिल रहा है, राइट? Okay, so in that case, the analysis part will also remain the same. ठीक है. So 1 and 3 फ्लाइट के लिए बेंडिंग मोमेंट एंड shear force. Yes, give me the values of bending moment and shear force. bending moment is 15, shear force is 24. What about others?
So 15.24 and 24.82.
Okay. So 12. Okay, Abdul is getting 12 bending moment. The dimensions are same, right? Abdul and Rohit. Yes or no? Same है कि different है? Okay. What about others? Rohit, how much live load you have considered? 5. Okay, fine. So flight 1, what about flight 2? For flight 2, shear force and bending moment?
16.35 mu and shear for 17.8.
16 and 17. Okay. Others? 16 and 17. Okay, fine. So I think all of you have got this design of open well staircase properly. So the values are almost the same. 15 and 12. Okay, so you have considered less live load. Okay, in the question something is mentioned about the type of the building. No. Okay, so again it is not mentioned whether it is public building or residential building. So it's okay. If otherwise if it is mentioned as public building, so you can take the live load as 5. Okay, so now I think the first assignment is done. All of you have got the correct answers. Okay, so the second assignment which we have is I think retaining wall, right? Yeah, retaining wall. Okay, so let us come to the second assignment, that is design of retaining wall. So again, in this assignment also only 3 questions. So the first question is a cantilever retaining wall. The second question is again a cantilever retaining wall, but I think with surcharge. And the third question is counterfort retaining wall. Okay. So one is normal without surcharge, one is with surcharge, and the last one is counterfort. Now